Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Alhamdulillah, we are fine too. So, today we are going to begin a new topic from social science, that is judicial system. So, here, my dear children, as we all know that we have a common judicial system for the entire country. Okay, the whole country is having a common judicial system. Our judiciary is independent. Okay, the high courts and subordinate courts and district courts function under the Supreme Court. So, what is this Supreme Court? This Supreme Court is the highest court of law. Its judgment is final. Whatever judgment is given by the Supreme Court, that is final, and we all should obey it. So, the Supreme Court came into existence by an Act of Parliament on January 28, 1950. It is in New Delhi. Where is this Supreme Court? It is at New Delhi, and it came into existence after the enforcement of the Constitution. What is the Constitution? Constitution is the fundamental law of a country, a set of rules and regulations. When that came into enforcement, then became the existence of Supreme Court became essential. So on January 28th in the year 1950, Supreme Court came into existence. Through why? Through what? Through the Act of Parliament. Okay. Now let us understand something more about Supreme Court. The President appoints the Chief Justice and the other judges of the court. Now, there are justice means judges are there. So, the Chief Justice means the main head judge of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President. And also other judges are also appointed by the President. Okay, Supreme Court judges. At present, there are 31 judges including the Chief Justice. How many judges are there overall? There are 31 judges in the Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice. Now, what are the qualifications required to become the judge of a Supreme Court? First and the foremost point is he should be a citizen of India. Okay. Then he should have served as a High Court judge for at least 5 years. Means High Courts are at the state level, right? So in the state court or the High Court, the judge who is to be appointed as the Supreme Court judge, he should be a judge at the High Court, okay, for at least 5 years, or he should be an advocate of the High Court for at least 10 years. Advocate means a lawyer. Okay, he should practice his lawyership in a high court for at least 10 years, or he should be a distinguished jurist as per the president's opinion. So according to the president's opinion, he should be a very distinguished person. He should have a full knowledge, complete knowledge of jurisdiction, that is a judiciary. Okay. Now what is the term for the office of that Supreme Court judge? The age of the retirement of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is 65 years. However, they can resign earlier. If they want, they can resign earlier also. Who? The Supreme Court judges. And the age for the retirement is 65 years. If the judges are found guilty when discharging their duties, they can be removed from the office by the President on the recommendation from both the houses with a specified majority. See, now there are some judges who are not doing their duties loyally. They are doing some partiality or something like that. If they are not doing their duties properly, they can be removed. Removed by whom? They can be removed by the president. But how can president remove that judge? There should be majority for the removal of that judge in the two houses of parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members will vote for the removal of that judge. If majority people wants him to remove, if the votes are against him, then he will be removed. Okay, so this has been mentioned. After the resignation of retirement, the judges cannot practice before any court. So once he is retired, once he has resigned, the judges cannot practice in any other court. That Supreme Court judge also cannot practice in any other court of law. Okay. Their salaries and allowances are decided by an act of parliament. So even they are being given government salaries, certain allowances are given to them. Okay, certain what we can say incentives are given to them. Certain allowances are there, electricity bill, telephone bills, all these are paid by the government. So such allowances are decided by an act of parliament. They will decide what salary should be paid to that judge, right? So now let us understand what are the powers and the functions of that Supreme Court judge. The original powers. First is the original powers. Resolving the disputes between the union and the states and between the states. The first and the foremost duty, the power or the function of the Supreme Court is to solve all the issues or disputes between the union government and the state government, or also between states there are some disputes and issues going on related to water, this, that, many things. So that to solve that problem is the main power of the Supreme Court when the case has come to them. Safeguarding the fundamental rights of the citizen. As we all know, how many fundamental rights are there? Indian citizen is been incorporated with 6 fundamental rights. Okay. So to protect those fundamental rights, we can appeal to the Supreme Court when anybody is violating us, okay, humiliating us, or doing some illegal thing with us, then according to that rights we can appeal to the court. Interpreting the provisions of the constitution and passing on the rights. Rights are nothing but the written order or a written complaint, okay. So the provision of the constitution, we can take into consideration the rules and regulations set up in the constitution, and we can pass a right. Who can pass this? The Supreme Court has the right to pass the right against or file a complaint against anybody who is not doing the duty as per the provisions of the constitution, right? So these are all the original powers of the Supreme Court. Next are the appellate powers of the Supreme Court. Citizens may file cases in the Supreme Court against the judgment given in the lower courts. Now, which are the lower courts? Highest court of law is Supreme Court. High court, subordinate court, district courts. These all courts are the lower courts. Okay. So, if any case is being fought in this court and the whoever has filed the case is not satisfied with the judgment, then he can appeal to the Supreme Court. And citizens may file cases in the Supreme Court against the judgment given by the lower courts. The Supreme Court may accept such appeals and issue judgment in these matters. So what does the Supreme Court do? It will review the case once again and it will accept the appeal and they give the new judgment if there are any changes into it. Okay. It may also give special directions to the citizens to file such appeals. Even suggestions are given by the court, what is correct and what is wrong, what things should be done. So such suggestions and such directions are being given, guidelines are being given by the Supreme Court to file such appeals. Okay. Now next powers are the advisory powers. These is the another power of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court may advise the President when he seeks its opinion on important public issues. There are many public issues, public disputes going on in the area. Okay. So if there any suggestion is required, any advice is required, so the Supreme Court may advise the President that according to the law this can be done, according to the article of Constitution this can be done, what steps can be taken. They advise and they suggest, okay, to solve that public issue. The President may consult the Supreme Court for advice on matters related to agreements and contracts entered by the governments formed before the implementation of this Constitution. So before the implementation of the Constitution, what are the advices that I can do? What are the suggestions that I can do to related to the agreements and contracts between the governments? Which governments? It may be union government or state government, or it may be the within the government only. Okay, within the states only. So any issues are there, the President can consult the Supreme Court judges and take some suggestions from them. Okay, how to solve the problem. Now, in addition to the above mentioned functions, the Supreme Court serves as a court of records, chief advisor to the center and the states, and it has the power to issue special rights, means special complaints are filed in the Supreme Court. Okay. Next we will study about the High Court. As we come to know that Supreme Court is the court, it is the highest court of law, it is at New Delhi. High courts we can see in the states. Every state has a High Court. The constitution provides for a High Court in every state. Sometimes there is one High Court or two or more High Courts. So in states like Punjab and Haryana, they both share one High Court. Okay. Likewise, there are other places like Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. They also share only one High Court in spite of being different states. Okay. Sometimes there is only one High Court for more than two or more states. Fine. The High Court consists of the Chief Justice and other judges. So one is the Chief Judge, and the other judges are there in the High Court. The number of the judges varies from state to state. So no need, now in Supreme Court we saw there are how many judges are there including the Chief Justice? There are 31 judges. So in every state same number of judges are required. It's not necessary. Some states may require more judges, some states may require less judges. So according to the requirement, judges are being appointed. Okay. Now what is the qualification required to become the judge of a High Court? Okay. Firstly, he should be a citizen of India. He should have served as a judiciary officer in a judicial office or worked as an advocate of the High Court for 10 years. Now, what is the requirement to become the judge of the High Court? He should serve as a judiciary officer in the judicial office. In a judicial office, he should serve as a judicial officer, or he should work as an advocate, that is a lawyer, in the High Court for how many years? For 10 years. He should be a distinguished jurist as per the opinion of the President. So President says that he should have the complete knowledge of the judiciary. Distinguished jurist. The age of the retirement of High Court judge is 62 years. The age of the retirement of Supreme Court judge is 65 years. No? Now, what is the age of the High Court judge retirement? It is 62 years. However, they can also resign earlier. If the judges are found guilty while discharging their duties, they can be removed from the office by the President, supported by a specified majority vote of both the houses of the Parliament. As I said in the Supreme Court, the judges can be removed. Even here also, if the duties are not done properly by the High Court judges, even they can be removed by the majority vote from both the houses of the Parliament. Right? Now, what are the functions of the High Court? The High Court has power over the whole state. Its functions are, what are its functions? The original power to resolve civil and criminal cases, naval, marital and contempt of court cases. So, whichever cases have coming to the High Court, the original power of that court is to solve all the criminal and civil cases. Okay, they should also deal with many naval and marital status cases also. Now, the another function of the High Court is to admit appeals against the judgments passed by the subordinate courts in civil and criminal cases. So, it has to admit the appeals, the complaints against the judgments passed by the subordinate courts. As Supreme Court has the authority to give the judgment on the lower court judgment, now High Courts, lower courts are subordinate courts, district courts, etc. So they can also pass judgment against the lower courts judgments. Okay, it may be in any case, civil case or criminal case. To direct transfer of cases from the lower courts to the High Court. So there are some cases which are being transferred from the lower courts. Now lower courts cannot give the judgment on specific case. It is very complicated case. So such cases are being transferred to the High Court. To supervise the working of the subordinate court. There are district courts, subordinate courts, okay. So the functioning of that is being seen or supervised by the High Court. to admit right petitions to safeguard the fundamental rights or other legal rights of the citizens. So the another function of the High Court is to accept the complaints, the cases, petition to protect the fundamental rights and other legal rights of the citizen. If the citizen is being violated, then they have to solve those problems, to appoint the staff and to regulate them. So the appointment of the staff is also done by the High Court, and they see that whether they are doing their work properly or no. So by this we are at the end of the first part of the judicial system. I hope you all have understood the lesson. I hope everybody to go through the video and solve the notes and assignments related to this. I am just giving some assignment. Just have a look over it and do the needful. And please, my dear children, come and submit your fair books for correction, because unless and until you all come and give your fair books for correction, we will not come to know whether you are doing the work or no, and you will be marked as absent. I hope you all have understood. Jazakallahu khair.